Hey, what's up everyone? We're back with another video, but this video is going to be about card grading, not necessarily Yu-Gi-Oh in general. And it pertains to any card game, whether it's going to be Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Vanguard, whatever it is. And basically a quick story and a lesson to be learned. So there's a misconception out there for those who don't know the card grading community. And it's if something comes out straight up at a booster pack or a sealed product, ETB, whatever it's going to be, structure deck, that it automatically becomes, or it's going to be a pristine 10 gem mint like perfect card. But that's not the case at all. The card can be damaged from the time it's printed to the time it gets to you. Maybe small damage, but throughout the handling process, from box to box to box and person to person, it does get damaged. And so that's one thing that compromises like the condition of the card. So you can easily be a pristine 10 can knock it off a 9, even though it looks like there's no imperfections at all. Another part about it is that even the printing itself doesn't guarantee you a gem mint card. There's little things like print lines that you can't even see with your naked eye that are still there in a magnifying glass, right? Or there's centering. This is the way the image is printed on the card, and that's out of your control. You can have this like what looks like perfect scratchless, sharp corners card, but if it was not printed right from the printing process, you're not gonna get a 10. So it's a gamble on you sending out your cards, right? So I've known this for a while now, but even knowing this, I still made the mistake of not properly inspecting my cards. So I'll tell you a little quick story. So I'm a big zombie fan in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! And my favorite deck is the Zombie Horse Structure deck. Not specifically just the Structure deck, but just the Zombie World deck. And my favorite card is Doomking Baller Draw. And I bought the Structure deck a year and a half ago, and I kept it sealed because I was waiting to get him graded. I've always wanted to see him. I want to get a copy of him in the slab. And I figured the best way I was going to get him a nice grade was to get him straight from the box. I didn't want to buy him from anyone at all. I wanted to get him graded straight from Structure Deck, so I kept it sealed for that reason. I ended up, my brother ended up buying me one for another sealed one for the collector's item for myself. So I still have another one sealed that I never plan on opening. But this one that I've had for a year and a half now, I decided to get graded, right? But I was waiting for that perfect chance. And I didn't want to get it through PSA because I'm not a fan of their ice slab, like that snow slab. I'm not a fan of it. I wanted the crystal clear slab that CGC offered. So now when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's harder to get them graded because not a lot of companies, even new companies, they don't grade the Japanese cards. They're smaller. They grade the standard size, Pokemon, Magic, right? Those size cards. Unfortunately, for Yu-Gi-Oh players who want to collect. So I held on these cards for a while, and then next thing you know, CGC started grading cards. I was like, oh, this is sort of cool, another big name in the game now. But they weren't grading Yu-Gi-Oh. And then now, I would say just recently, a few months ago, they started grading Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, oh, this is perfect, right? But I still wanted to hold off because I feel like it wasn't a perfect chance yet. And as you know, CGC, I guess saw that, hey, you're not grading cards in a while. Here's a promotion. Here's $50. If you renew your subscription, we'll give you $50 towards your next order. And those who know these card grading is that like when you renew your subscription, that amount you subscribe for, like the membership, applies to your grading fee. So basically, if I paid $100 for my yearly subscription, and then $100 goes towards my next grading service. So basically, they were giving me a $50 like gift card if I renew. I was like, you know what? This is like all the stars aligned. They're grading Yu-Gi-Oh, giving me $50 off. I only had a handful of cards I really want to get graded anyways. Well, that I really want to get graded anyways. So I still got more I want to get graded, but not that bad. But I was like, perfect. Let me get them graded, right? So I finally opened up this structure deck that you guys are seeing here, and I was like, this is my best chance I'm gonna get at 10s. And CGC is very strict. It's stricter than PSA, right? So I decided to get them graded, right? And I didn't even bother looking at the cards very closely. I just, as you can see, I took the card, I put in a penny sleeve, and I put in a card saver. I just kept at that. I wanted minimum handling as possible. I was trying to just get them in there, get them graded. And of course, I was like, well, they're gonna be in from a structure deck, they should be good. And as you can see, I didn't really take a very close look. Even after the video was recorded, I didn't take a good look at them. I kind of like was like, okay, very brief, quick look. All right, they're fine. They're good to go. You know, no big deal. but I shouldn't have done this. I should not have done this, because as you're gonna see as I get the cards back from grading, or have, if you've already seen it already, the Doomking came back amazing, a 9.5, almost got a 10, with the Doomking, which would have been great. It was almost there, but regardless, I'm very happy. Very happy. That's the highest grade I ever got back from them. So very happy with the 9.5. If I set this to PSA, it's a guaranteed 10. Once again, I don't want it because I don't like their slabs, right? So I'm very happy with the Doomking, but unfortunately with the Banshee, I didn't do good at all. I got like an 8.5. And that was because after I got it back, I really looked at it, the slab, and I realized this nasty mark in the back of it. It's like brush mark. Like, I was like, how did I not see this? Like, I should have closely looked at it to really check if the I should have really checked if like the car was gonna come back good or not, and I didn't. So it sucked because the Banshee, I don't mind keeping it, but the Banshee, since I was gonna like have these cars get sent out anyways, I was like, well, if somebody just send out one of them anyways from the structure deck, maybe I can flip, you know. So I was gonna keep the Doomking for myself and just flip the Banshee. If make 15 bucks off it, maybe not much for killing, but it's something. I figured it'd come back like hopefully a 9.5, maybe even 10, right? And I failed to look at it. So little lesson is to look at it. It seems like common sense, but like to the grade card community, like it makes sense. It's common sense, honestly. But if you are someone who's an amateur, and I consider myself an amateur of this too because I don't do it often at all, look at your cards, inspect them. Unless you're doing it just because you just want to grade, like for example, if the Doomking, if it had nicks on it and scratches, I still would have sent it graded because I've had this sealed for so long, and you know, like I still would have sent this one out. You know, it means something to me. But the Banshee, I only graded because I was just gonna flip it, and I'm likely just gonna cut out even from it. I'm gonna end up cutting out, getting even, breaking out even, because I mean, 8.5 isn't good. Sure, it's got subgrades, but it's not a very good card. So someone who's gonna be interested in the card is gonna have to pick this one if they're interested in. And and this also extends to the Charizard V. The Charizard V, you see, also was only graded to flip. I bought it cash, like, you know, at trade-in price. I got a good deal for it, and I'm gonna make only a small profit from it after I sell it. Because why? Centering, as you saw, edges 10, corners 10, surface 9.5, but the centering was disgusting. I turned around, well, not disgusting, I don't call it disgusting. It's just, it was obviously off. So when I flipped it around, I looked at it, I was like, how did I not, like, why didn't I see this? Because I bought the Charizard straight out of the pack. Like someone pulled it out of the pack and I bought it off of them cash. And I didn't even really look at it that deep. I did look at it, you know, the front, I look for print lines and, like, you know, obvious scratches. But something as dumb and as easy as centering, I didn't bother looking at. So that's completely my fault. So the moral story here is, if you're going to get cards graded for investing, look at them. Something as simple as that, look at them. But if not, you know, I graded plenty of cards where I didn't care. Like, you know, I graded cards just because I wanted them graded. In that case, it doesn't matter. You know, maybe that could be another reason why I'm not used to it. I'm not used to inspecting cards. You know, I think I probably graded like 4 cards out of all the cards I've ever graded for investing, you know, or flipping. Everything else has always been for collectors. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. And that's it. I ended up selling the rest of the structure deck already. Well, packaging what was left of the cards, and the Charizard and the Banshee. I put up on eBay, and Doomking's not for sale. That's me forever. The misprint cards are collector's items too. Everything else is a collector's items for me. I like them, so I'll keep them. And that's basically it. And just a quick reminder, if you want to buy this mat, click the link in the description. And that's it. And peace.